this is the place, right? This is where I used to go all the time. Only to one or two places where I used to have heroin, right? This is just the building. The building is here. Look, it's a shared accommodation. The only way you can get in is if you've got a ticket, a key, a fob. I know I used to go for that black door over there, but I've got to shout him around the corner to come and get me, right? It's around here. I'll just quickly show you. I'll be shouting and he'll come up. Mikey! Joe! Let me give me a nod at the window so I know they're in. Joe! Yes, there we go. Mikey! Let me in, please! Let me in! Let me in! So I'm going to rush back round here now. Little jog. All the cars here parking on Sunday, I think. Jog round here quickly. Got to get through here. Right, he comes down here now, lets me in. Looks really nice from the outside when it's light, but not really light, not really nice, you know what I mean? But when it's dark, guys, it's a fucking dungeon, trust me. It's a dungeon, wired up and everything. All this. Guys, we're just gonna wait for him to come down now. It's like a dungeon, like, honestly. From the outside, it doesn't look too bad, but at night time, it's a dark, dangerous place, trust me, man. Here we go, I can hear him. Easy, Mike! Fuck all, mate. Just doing a little video for YouTube, for my subscribers, you know what I'm saying? Mikey. Guys, this place is a fucking shithole. This is where I used to do my thing, huh? Shared accommodation, this guys, about 6 up and 6 down or something mad like that. Come up the stairs down here. Right, that's the room. Is he coming to the gaff? Yeah, it's alright, don't worry about it. Right, guys, this is where I used to come and I used to inject heroin. I don't want to ask the guy questions, I tell him to talk, so this is Mike, right? The worst thing that's ever happened, I'm just going to quickly tell you, right? This thing here, see that there? It's called naloxone, right? It's an opiate reversal, right? So when you get this shot, this when you like, I'm just going to talk about the worst time that I've ever been when I've been on gear, right? Quickly. I got injected, they injected me, and I must have went over, and I was on the floor, my lips were blue, I was out, I don't know, this is what they told me, and these boys fired this into me. Give me that. And it's an opiate reversal. I remember waking up being rough as anything, thinking, I cannot believe you have fucking put that in me, like, but I would have been dead if not. Right, Michael, what?
Correct. Definitely.
Yeah.
1,000,000%.
Yeah, so, you know what I mean, like, and now I'm trying to tell my story to try and get people to try and come off this shit and try and do it like, Mike's a good friend of mine, so, thanks for listening, guys. Yes, what's happening, peeps? Just a couple of things I missed off earlier on, about when I was with Mike. Right, the naloxone, that comes from, when you go and get needles from a needle exchange, whether it's a chemist or whether it be Inspire in town or wherever, they offer you it automatically, do you want to take the naloxone? It's because if somebody goes under and you think they're dead, you inject them, because if you think about it, these people don't know where the heroin's come from. Somebody might got some off the dark web and it might be super powerful. You put it in the needle, you put too much and you're dead. You don't know what you're putting in your system, you know what I mean? So it's super risky. It's risky alone anyway. Like, it's just a risky, murky world. Like, also Mike's room is a mess. Like, Mike's gaff is a shit. I try helping as much as I can. Like, I go to the food bank and claim food for myself and rock up with bags of shopping for him all the time. I give him £20 and I knew what he was going to spend that on. I try as hard as I can, but like, if any of you have seen this, like, and any of you can get like a sofa or a TV or anything, he's got fuck all in his room, he's ported and he's on drugs. He's not nice, and I understand it's not your problem, but he didn't ask to be there, and that's just how it is. So, like, if anyone could actually you'd have to drop it off near the police station, though, because he can't afford a van, can't afford to pay for a van, and he's on his ass. But anything would actually help, guys. So, but yeah, if you need anyone who does inbox me, anything at all, household, he's got nothing. He's got a shitty little sofa and a scruffy little bed. So, if there is anything, guys, give us a shout, please. I'd appreciate it. Right, I know it's not to do with heroin, but it is drugs, right? One time, quick jail story. One time I was in jail, right, and I got my DCAT. I was in Weimar and I got DCAT in 2013. I'd been in about 4.5 years, 5 years, and I was due out. Well, not due out, but in 12 months or something, 2 years, and I wanted to go DCAT. Got my DCAT, done all the courses, not too based on my mouth, done all the courses, this and that. Got my DCAT. 2 days before I was due to go for my DCAT, a screw knocks on the door before unlocking in the morning. It says, Mr. Robinson, your drug test. I've been smoking weed hard, right, with those lads on the wing. I weren't on heroin at this time. I was smoking drugs hard in the pad, and the pad who I was sure the guy who was smoking with that and who I was tied up with commented on one of my YouTube videos, I think, the other day. And I was like, last since my cellmate is alright, good lad Peter. and he was piled of him, and I'm panicking, thinking, shit, what am I going to do about this? I've got piss test. My piss is, they're going to know, and they know the temperature of the piss in jail as well. So if you blag it and the wee's not warm, then there's a thing on the slip on the side of the piss test thing that's temperature, gets the temperature of the piss. So I'm rushing around the wing and unlocked. They said the security says when they unlock for labour, we'll be waiting downstairs. So I had a quick minute to run around, do what they needed to do, get some piss and try and blag it, right? So what I'd done, I quickly run down 20 minutes so I knew I hadn't been smoking, I don't take drugs. And I got some of his piss and I put it into was it a Colgate or a flipping, what's the other one? Either way, it was a long tube with two spiky ends, a round tube, a long tube with two spikes on the end, and I put it in that, right? But I folded the two spiky bits ends in and I taped it and I've plugged the fucking the toothpaste with the piss in, right? And this was my plan, good theory. And the only reason I'm telling you this is I'm actually stood outside Kirkham Prison. I've actually been for a walk and I'm outside Kirkham Prison. So go down for the piss test, go down to the gates, go for the piss test with these two screws, go to have a piss, and they turn around to me and go, I say, boss, I can't piss, and they're like, right, no worries, go back in the room. So they put me in this room, but this room was, I swear to God, guys, was the same size as your toilet, like it's half a toilet. It was a tiny little room, like a square, all the same, all the way around. I can't forget what them squares are called, what they called them. I'm not that stupid, I actually know what it is, but either way, they were in a little shitty room, and I've got this thing out, right? I've put my pants down quickly, bent over, I've took the Colgate tube out, right? Guys, I swear to God, I kid you not, right? The shit flung everywhere. It was all over the room. It was absolutely everywhere, all over this room. So I'm panicking now. I'm thinking, shit, I've got my decat. These motherfuckers are going to get me in a minute, and they're going to go, what's this? So what I've had to do, yeah, because I knew, but bearing in mind, when we first went down there, they give you a strip search. The first time I went down there, they give you a strip search. Said I couldn't piss, put me back in the room. You won't get another strip search because you've already had the first strip search, yeah, right? Clever, aren't I? So shit is everywhere. I promise you guys, it's squirted everywhere, right? It's all over the walls, all over the room stinks, right? So what I do is I take my socks off, right? There's a little bench next to you. I take my socks off, took my boxers off, already been strip searched, they're not going to know, right? And I've cleaned this room perfectly, beautiful, right? It wasn't smelling good, but it was cleaned. I cleaned the room, yeah? Just above the door, like say if I'm sat on the bench and directly opposite me is the door, yeah, just above that door there was a little round light, and I've dangled my boxers and socks just over the top, just like that, nice and perfect, like perfect, right? As soon as the screws open the door, I said, boss, we just farted in there, and I've made my way out of the room, and he's just gone, all right, sound, shut the door, gone over to the cubicle, already been strip searched, squirted my mate's piss into the drug test. Boom, where did it end up? Kirkham Prison. I got my decat, and I got there as well. So, but that's the things you do when you're on drugs. Like, I'm not just going on about heroin and stuff like that. Drugs in general, like, so. And I know I did stop smoking weed. I cut right down, but I will stop. It's not big, it's not clear, I know that. But that's, I only told you that story because I've just, there's a drug one that I'm going to go. So where I go when I was smoking heroin. But I was telling you the story as I was walking, and as I was walking, I come to Kirkham Prison, and I thought, oh my God, yeah, I got my decat, and that was an absolute graft to get it as well. So, guys, even before I was on heroin, I was wild anyway. My previous convictions and the prison sentences say that. So when I was on heroin, and when I was injecting heroin, I was even crazier. You do even madder shit. Like the stories I've got to tell about when I've been on drugs. Like, I'm gonna start putting more up anyway, because I'm not putting enough things up. I know that. I'm learning. And guys, it fractures relationships, like with your family, your partners. Me and my kid's mum, we broke up one time for about 8 months because for years I was getting up in the middle of the night to sneak in her car keys, sneak in her bank card. Even though I was only taking a tenner out of the bank, taking a tenner out of the bank just to get a bag at 3 in the morning, so I woke up rough or something mad like that. So it does fuck with your relationships and shit like that. So family wise as well, thieving off my family, like I've already said, it's not good, guys.